welcome once again to another riveting edition of Rock Solid Wrestling Talk Podcast, episode 207, 7th episode of season 2. We got Chico Libre here on the call as per usual.
What's up? What's up?
We got the paper champion, Kenny Cornette.
No, let's
down
try,
on the end.
Let's try legitimate. Let's try legitimate.
He says legitimate, but there's only one legitimate. Rock solid world heavyweight champion Buck Nasty Marcus Johnson. And you're looking at him. Can he get to the mountaintop next week? There's going to be a title match. But tonight is going to be...
For sure.
Tonight is going to be number one contender.
For sure.
Between these two. So we got a hell of a show for you guys today. Who's going to face the world's heavyweight champion? We'll see. We'll see.
Just keep it warm for me for next week, okay?
See, y'all talking like it's over. Y'all can beat each other all y'all want, but then you're gonna have to face me and y'all gonna lose. So, I mean, I gave y'all a spoiler last time.
We're gonna see about that one.
I gave y'all a spoiler last time and it happened, and so we're gonna have to do another spoiler again because I'm gonna win it again.
I was robbed.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, we'll get there. But in which case, lots to talk about. Obviously, I say that all the time, but it's true. We're gonna start off today with WWE doing what they do best, I guess. New year, same them. More releases. Just so happens. And it just so happened to be like NXT production people, like specifically was targeted this time. It was
Triple H's people.
Triple H's people targeted completely. Just to run down this list a little bit. We have for like writers and things like that. So former New Japan writer, MLW writer George Carroll. People say legendary official. I don't think he's legendary, but Scott Armstrong. You know, the crooked ref. Ryan Katz, he was a creative director for NXT. Ranjit Singh, so former Great Khali manager. Ace Steel, trained CM Punk. He was working for the E. But the more notable ones.
Oh, he could come in.
Road Dogg.
The Road Dogg, Jesse James.
I don't like Road Dogg. I'm sorry, I just don't. So like, I'm laughing at that. So. You know, Buck Nasty.
Well, his ass better go somebody. Any unemployment line. I'm just kidding.
They came up to him and you know you're fired, right? What? Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody.
Hey, you have to call Tony Khan.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't do that.
Oh, I'm sure he's already trying because
he's probably gonna call Jeff Jarrett. To be honest, because Jeff Jarrett just did a GCW thing and made some waves.
Makes sense.
That could happen.
Yeah, I hope not, but okay.
I mean, you got the homie Billy Gunn in a good position.
Yeah.
Over there, so it is possible he comes in. He could be an agent there too.
I guess
he could be an agent in that pissant company.
I guess it's the pissant company right now they're all getting
with their hat in their hand.
Scotty Too Hottie left.
Yeah. On his own,
yeah. I think he must have just seen the writing on the wall. I understand that. I completely understand that.
He said,
that'll go into Scotty Too Hottie. That can go into your topic a little bit later.
Yeah, and then the most notable names, Samoa Joe got released again.
Again.
Groundhog Day.
The second time.
Again.
The second time in what? How many months? 6 months?
Yeah, 6 at least.
Wow. But I get that, and he responded on Twitter and stuff like that. I get that, but what I don't get, how do y'all let go of William effing Regal?
That was the one, huh?
Yeah, that was the one.
That one pissed me off. How do you let go of that man? All that service, all that time, that it just like He's so instrumental to so many of our talents that we loved in NXT, and a beloved on-screen figure for like NXT and general manager wise and stuff like that. And you just let him go? What? Because he was Triple H right hand man? Are you kidding me? Like what is going on with y'all and Triple H? And I really personally think that they are literally doing this just because
For spite.
yeah, literally for spite. They credit Triple H with losing against AEW or whatever, and they're taking it out on him. That's what I think. That's what I think is going on. And there was a report that came out that Triple H might be, he heard that. Well, people heard that he was, bummed out about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame him. So, with that being said, comes the question of the day: does Triple H eventually start? Not saying that he's going to, but could you see it happening? Like, I want to get each of your takes on this. Does Triple H start his own promotion, his own company, or does he do like pull an audible and like buy Ring of Honor up or something like that, and like continue on with that under his stuff? Blah blah blah. What do you think?
It really depends on on how much money he has saved, or like how many people he can get to come in with him,
right,
to make it like a joint thing. I have joked for a while that don't be surprised if one day you see Paul Levesque as All Elite, so that's a possibility there too.
What role do you think he would fulfill there?
Probably as an agent. There's also I've also joked with my guy Perry. Shout out to Perry and the Game Complainers. We've joked about how he'll have to give Sting the win back.
Oh no!
I would not mind though.
Now you're gonna lay down for me.
But I could see that. I could see that happening, and they don't have a clue. But in which case, I just I can agree with that. Cornette, what do you think about this?
I say he start his own. He already has the staff to do so because they all got fired.
Yeah.
And he was doing.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I really don't. I didn't mean to.
He was doing just fine with the NXT because that was his baby. But as soon as his father-in-law and good old Nick Khan stepped in, they just snatched all that up from him.
And see, that's why I have confidence in it, because that's what he was doing. Was it NXT 14 to maybe NXT 19 or something like that? He was rocking it. That's what we want. I credit NXT between that period of time of putting me on wrestling life support. I've said it on this show before. They were the only good thing about wrestling, well, besides the indies. I'm an indie head.
He went from
Sean Carr.
He went from clowning the indies to making a super indie of his own.
Yeah, and that's why they snatched up big indie talent and stuff like that, and that's how they built their identity. And Triple H knows this. Seriously, he knows that this is the type of talent that people want to see these days. But he knows also how stubborn WWE actually is. Vince's guys, Pritchard, Beaver Teeth, and I don't even have to say his name because y'all know who I'm talking about.
The motto stands the test of time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well,
it wasn't broke.
Which model? Do you mean NXT's model, or
no? Just a motto in general. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if it's going well, there's nothing to be fixed about it.
Okay, because I for some reason I got in my head that it's like what you were referring to was like WWE's formula or whatever.
No, that's just for
that was
life
completely broken. But NXT,
but his father-in-law broke it because they wanted to take AEW shine and go to the main networks and try to compete with them on the exact same night.
So the moves
failed every week.
The moves they made, Triple H do.
That he didn't want to do.
That he didn't want to do them. Is what got this all happening. It's just like, okay, like I did. Well, Vince, I told what you told me to do, so I don't know why you're doing this to me now. I'm freaking bummed out over here. Like,
So, you know what he needs to do though? He needs to swing by his house.
You need to swing by your house with the bayonet and slide it deep inside a POW camp. But you're right though. Like it sucks because he did everything he was supposed to do. It was Vince and company that decided, oh, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go back to back with them. We're gonna try and compete or whatever. Well, Vince, it's not all about competition. You're not supposed to do all of that. We're good over here on our own on the network, and they were.
Yeah.
But USA Network. Hot shot the North American title situation to give it to Roderick Strong so people will watch that moment because they've been waiting for that moment. Pay it off now. Like, come on, man. Like,
you got people
that was a good match though.
Got exposed to Velveteen Dream, who was a great staple at NXT. Now he's a freaking pedophile.
That will always just really bother me. Like, what?
Showing dick pics and shit.
Like, what did you do, man? Like, you were so good.
They were just fine doing an hour on the network.
Yep.
Whether it's pre-taped or not,
I
still tuned in for it.
I still tuned in for it because I liked it. I really did. I liked it a lot. And
so now he can go to Nick Khan and say, "This is all your goddamn fault."
Is it? Who else do you blame? Well, it's Vince's as well.
But no, because there's people.
Have to do that.
There's people like Nick. Hey, Vince, he failed.
Yeah.
Why are we keeping these people? This is the reason why we had to change NXT, because he failed. Because he couldn't compete against AEW.
I'm sorry.
This is all his fault.
Nick Khan must have sucked something awful or something like that. Or like give that good old slop magot or something like that. Like I don't understand because like how did you get that much influence with Vince McMahon? You just seemingly came out of nowhere.
Well, I have seen him in interviews, and from what he says, like, you can tell that he does have a good
acumen.
Yeah, he has a good mind for business.
He knows how to talk in freaking circles. That's what he does.
And
he's like network executive Palmer Cannon.
And at the end of the day, it becomes like an art versus commerce, and commerce is winning over there.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Commerce is definitely winning.
Not only that, this guy is putting his own people in place. Get Triple H's out, put his in, and I wouldn't be surprised if Vince goes into a boardroom meeting one day and he's excommunicated. This is my company now.
They're excommunicated by a gang of psychopaths. Vince comes into the room and it's like, what the hell is going on here?
This is my company.
Nick Khan turns around. I am the League of Shadows. I am here to reveal WWE's destiny. Didn't you get the memo? But
I own the WWE. Admirable. But mistaken.
Did you go over? You get that?
Oh, there was some serious foreshadowing this week on NXT when Steiner Breaker broke down the X in his ring entrance.
And people were upset about that, like backstage.
Can you not be though?
Yeah, like all that work.
No, but they let you know that
this era is over.
Over.
There was no need to do that. It was
for
all
spite.
Yeah, literally.
Jerry
spite.
Seinfeld, freaking spite.
No, they're letting you know, this is not for you anymore. Get your smart asses up and get the fuck out.
Yep, that's pretty much it. And
congratulations, you put on a great show.
That's just
now
really
you're all cut.
Sad.
It's just he just broke down the X because he's getting paid.
That's just really sad.
Oh man, but you're right though, because it's terrible, man. Like, just why would you try and flex that hard? Like, there's no point to doing that. It's only to piss people off, but somehow, some way, I feel like they like pissing people off.
They're probably gonna have multicolored championships come Tuesday.
Oh, probably.
They poke the bear every so often themselves.
But at their own company, like,
yeah.
What are you doing? Like, Stop.
They're also bitter because NXT was particularly a third brand that was kicking both Raw and SmackDown's ass
for a long time. But
nobody was tuning into that main roster.
The whole narrative, even SummerSlams and WrestleManias and stuff like that, takeovers blew them out of the water. And they would say it all the time. I would say it all the time. I felt like I don't even smoke. I felt like I smoked a cigarette or something like that. Like how good it was.
Even beat him at Survivor Series one year.
Wasn't that was it
2019?
Yeah.
They had NXT go over.
I don't know how they did that, like to let them go over. They probably kicking themselves right now for it.
Yeah, it was an attempt to for ratings grabs for Wednesday night
that's exactly what it was.
But that's when they had that Saudi fiasco too.
Yeah. But that's when it first started. That's why that year with Survivor Series, that's why they went over is to say, hey, these guys are kicking ass, but where can you see them?
The NXT
Wednesday nights. It's a shame, man. Like that's why I dislike the WWE strongly, is because all their petty moves are so blatant. That's what gets me. Like I don't like that. I don't just coexist, and now they're trying to coexist with Impact.
Yeah, for sure.
And we watched Hard to Kill last night, and there wasn't much involvement with WWE. I don't think there was any involvement.
I did see a picture of Roxy in the crowd, and Deanna Prazo's like...
Yeah, that's Ring of Honor, not WWE. Everybody was clamoring about WWE, like, oh, maybe Charlotte's going to end up, like, standing tall at the end of the show or whatever, because they announced Mickie James in the Royal Rumble as the Impact's knockout champion or something.
And that goes back to this is what happens when you fire a shit ton of women and in an era where women are supposed to be doing stuff now, like the Royal Rumble, and you need 30 women, and then you have to look at
outsource.
That's literally
we don't have enough.
Yep, that's literally what happened between NXT UK, NXT, whatever 2.0 or whatever. All of that stuff. They're not going to put women from NXT 2.0 on there because you see how much they botch. So I'm just saying, I posted something in the chat.
Yeah, that one GIF. Oh my God.
My Lord, how do you not know? What was that? Jack?
Was that Gonzalez trying to roll somebody up, or who the hell was that trying to roll somebody up?
I don't even know.
She was like,
It was bad, man. How do you get stuck rolling over somebody? What is going on? But they didn't have enough women to fill out the Royal Rumble, and that's a shame. All the people that they try and get to come back and stuff like that, they couldn't find anybody. So, what do? That's what happened. And people were like, "Oh, Impact and WWE working together, blah blah blah. Forbidden Door this, blah blah blah." No Forbidden Door. WWE just backed themselves into a corner like they always do, even with booking stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's just that Mickie James, she's the Impact champion right now, but she's not actually signed to Impact. She's
signed to NWA.
With NWA.
Yeah. So, if anything, people will be like,
it's
NWA's, yeah.
So it's not
smashing pumpkins yet.
Just yet.
They brought her back to give her a brand new trash bag. That's what's gonna happen with
her. Yeah, I shared that in chat. The Darby Allin in the sack.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get eliminated.
Yeah, I mean, they must be throwing some money at her if she was willing to come back after all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, trash bag full of money.
So long green ducats.
with her name on it too.
Oh man, and she took it. And she took it. Yep. Give me gas. But it disappointed some people. It disappointed me. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't want WWE to have any type of that pie. That's just me, Buck Nasty. Number one hater.
Buck Nasty's like, you don't deserve happiness.
You really don't. They don't deserve my views either. I don't even put it on the channel that they're on, so I don't even watch SVU anymore because I know they're on USA. So I'm not putting it on there at any point because the WWE can sneak something on there while I got it playing in the background and be like, oh, I got your rating. F you. No, you ain't getting nothing from me.
Tune in to Raw this Monday. Damn it, I saw that.
Dang, man. They got an advertisement on me. That's not happening.
No Raw commercials.
No, buddy. No.
Make you want to break the TV.
And then they're fast tracking everything. From what I understand, they're fast tracking everything. What in the hell are you going to put on Mania when you're stacking Royal Rumble like that? Lashley and Brock. We've been waiting for that forever.
And they wait till we're not watching it to put that on now.
Like, what are you doing? Like, why now? Why right now? Like, come on. At the Rumble, we already have 2 Rumble matches. You already announced Mickey James and blah, blah, blah. And then you go and give us Roman versus Seth Rollins. After brand split,
since they've like cut the roster down, is there really a need for a brand split?
No,
anymore?
there isn't.
And Roman Reigns has been the main focus for like the last couple of years anyway. So
And then they did it recently. New Day and
why not just have him on both shows?
If they don't give Lashley the title at Rumble, I can guarantee you it's going to be Roman versus Brock, title for title. Then you can only have one belt.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen because then what do you
But
gonna
that's
have
what they need to do.
Yeah, I think
instead of having all these belts saturated.
I could see title unification at Mania. Oh, and also Charlotte is going to be in the Women's Rumble
as the champion. Oh, H no.
If there was a door over here, I'd leave right now. Like, I can't do this.
You'd be like SpongeBob. All right, I'm ahead. I
can't do this. This is too much. WWE is doing too much.
Oh, and if Charlotte wins, she chooses her opponent at Mania.
So now that you say that, that's exactly what's going to happen.
I did that one time in 3CW, but it wasn't a Rumble. It was a tournament. Like, if you win the tournament, you can, choose who you want to do. But he didn't win it. The champion didn't win it. So.
Oh, you didn't go with the champion.
No, I will never do that.
And then I hear even worse. They have no surprises for the Royal Rumble. They just announced everybody prior to women.
No, why?
Lita's confirmed. The Bella Twins are confirmed.
Right.
No, why?
Because they want you to tune in.
They try to create some buzz. And I'm still not going to watch it. Like, man. It's just because I know, because it's a Royal Rumble. If there's anything WWE related that I would probably sit down and watch just for the fun of it, it's the Royal Rumble. But I know it's going to be some fuckery.
Bala.
So I don't want to. Yeah, I don't. I know somehow, some way, I'm gonna get bamboozled. So it's end up with something I don't like. It'd be like, man, I shouldn't have watched that. I should not have watched it. And so I don't even want to put myself through the.
They're gonna put the janitor in there with it.
Yeah. What?
And I'm breaking my brew.
Oh my goodness! Might as well put groundskeeper Willie in there. What did you say about me, mother? But then again, you think when you think about this Nikki situation and stuff like that, because we're almost we're almost to our the more contenders match here. She took money to do it, right? To go in, it had to be a good sizable amount.
Yeah.
At what point, money versus happiness? At what point do you just say, oh, I want the money, give me the cash, or I want to be happy doing what I should be doing? Kenny, I will let you take this.
Yeah,
this is your baby.
As far as the E is concerned,
yeah,
they can throw money at me all day, but if I'm not happy, I would not stay there. And that goes for anybody currently on the roster. Like, if you're not happy, don't stay there. Because 9 times out of 10, you're getting paid a buttload of money, but yet you're still sitting in catering. Instead of being happy, doing what you want to do elsewhere. You're not going to have any matches staying there. And if they do, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get buried. And I hate to use that word, but that's what it is.
I don't mean to laugh, but it's true. I mean, and then you think about, like, there's people making arguments for, like, the same thing happening at AEW. Like, oh, people are just in your catering. Like, really? Like, You can't use everybody at once. Tony Khan went on record saying that he got this big roster to be able to circulate them out.
Yeah, rotation.
Yeah, rotation, and that's key. That's something WWE is not doing.
And that's why everybody's getting hurt, because they're fighting every week.
Yep.
In high intense matches for nothing.
For nothing.
For a crowd of 200.
And then what do you do? Like, even credible people or whatever. Like, in that graphic for the Royal Rumble, I didn't even see Bianca Belair.
Oh, I'm sure she's in there.
But of all the people you advertise, you don't advertise her? Like...
Oh, but WWE...
You put Nikki Cross in there.
But WWE is woke, folks.
Apparently. It's not a number one top. We broached on that, like, last week, I think. It's not a hot topic right now. Like, it's not, and I'm guaranteeing you, once it becomes a hot topic, we have like maybe like another George Floyd incident or something like that, they go hop right back on it.
Yeah.
But this time it's gonna be Xavier Woods.
Getting pinned by Brock.
Yeah, because they got one person left.
He is the last person in the New Day to not win the main title yet.
And nothing's gonna happen with New Day or whatever. New Day is just kind of dogging it right now.
Yeah.
They said they want to do another heel run. You can't do that at this point. It makes no sense. Besides the fact that they wanted to do it. So
it would just be them like attempting something new in the same company.
And cycling the same people and just not doing a damn thing about it.
Yeah, look at their tag division. It's been them and the Usos for the millionth time.
They just did it again. Even Macaulay Culkin ragged on it. Like he was there. Like he was a big WWE fan or whatever. But even he's turning.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah, I think Macaulay Culkin. He's a wrestling fan in general.
In general,
he's been in like he's been at PWG.
Yeah.
And among
he goes to indies and everything. Like it's cool.
I'd like to get a flick with.
Hell yeah.
Him at a show specifically.
Yes, sir.
I'd have to go like this.
Oh my God!
But see, that's the downside of releasing so many people. Like you don't have anybody to use to make things fresh anymore.
Yep.
Just got to keep cycling it every week.
Booker T can't go in there with his check and see if they fresh.
Right.
Yeah,
because they not. So
and from here on out, they're just gonna sign like a bunch of green people who
was it nil?
Who don't really like understand the business, and who are not on the level of a Roman Reigns or a Brock Lesnar, and
but they're trying to get them there.
Well, that's just like they do their writers. Don't have any experience as far as.
And then why would you put
knowing the history of the company? Just sign up.
Exactly. Why would you put twins on there?
They'll have their exceptions, like a Steiner breaker here and there, but
he's only big because they pushed him to the moon immediately.
Yeah.
And he's immediately already a kiss ass. I hate to say it, but you are. You are already a soldier marching the line until they discard you too.
Yeah.
When you get boring.
Yeah. That's kind of why I'm like.
I just do as I'm told.
That's
what are you doing as you're told because you're the champ right now. You're the kissing ass
straying
champ
away
right
from
now.
AJ Styles right now because it just seems like he's just such a company shell. Like I miss beast, godly AJ Styles from Japan, holding the IWGP belt and sweating his ass off after a fantastic match. Now what? Almost.
Well, at the same time though, you gotta understand that like with these companies, you're dealing with a lot of different personalities, so some people are gonna feel differently from the next person, regardless of if you feel like their program is shitty or whatever, which you're allowed to feel. You know, I mean AJ, like we talk about how he's been in tag team turmoil, but maybe for some reason maybe he's fine where he is.
Again, that's the complacency though. Shinsuke is going through the same thing.
Nakamura.
Just so much talent.
Some people are just are comfortable despite that, and some people are fine with just like doing those shitty programs and getting the money and just doing things because they get paid. And that's
what
just
happened
really
to
sad.
the 30-day title defense? You had to defend your title within 30 days, or you would get stripped. They stopped that years ago, didn't they?
Yeah, as fast as they said it. Oh, that's not a thing anymore.
Now it's just a prop.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Somebody did a tweet. I don't know if they were trolling or if they just put the wrong year. They said he hadn't defended since November 26, 1994.
Wait,
It's funny because it's true.
Nakamura's Intercontinental Champion, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
When did he defend it? There's
He's some kind of champ. We don't know what it is. He's just some kind of champ.
Defended against the Miz.
Another Wayne's World reference. I guess.
I'm having a good time. Not. Oh man, I can't. It's WWE. I can't. But we try or whatever, and I realize we haven't exactly talked about AEW today, but there's just so much petty BS going on in the world of WWE that it was inevitable.
But this is exactly how they stay relevant and stay in the news.
Because they do stupid things, they draw our ire. And so, yeah, he just pointed that out. No more! It's not going to happen. You're not going to take me for a fool. I'm Buck Nasty, baby. Rock solid World Heavyweight Champion. You don't do that to me. But anyway, speaking of Rock solid World Heavyweight Champion, I think it's time for the main event tonight. Chico Libre is about to face off against Kenny Cornette in a #1 contenders general wrestling trivia. So stay tuned because we'll be right back at you. All right, y'all. Welcome back to Rock Solid Wrestling Talk Podcast. It is time for a not triple threat, a #1 contenders match. Pitting Kenny Cornette down there on the end versus Chico Libre right here in the middle to determine who is going to face Rock Solid World Heavyweight Champion Marcus Johnson, Buck Nasty, next week on
Buck
the podcast for the championship.
Buck Nasty.
That's an inside. Y'all won't get that. That's an inside joke.
But you bosses will.
Like what the playoffs is. But let's see. So there's a bunch of questions that I have here, and we're gonna do somewhat of a trivia game. 3 levels, three different, not different categories or whatever, but it's 3 like different, like tiers of questions. So it's one of those things where they each have buzzers, and
that's my finger snap.
Cornette, and that's Chico. So whichever one I hear first is going to be able to answer first. And if that person gets it wrong, the other person will have an opportunity to steal, and it'll be worth double points.
What is this, Family Feud?
No, it's just it's Buck Feud. It's Buck Nasty. Nasty time.
This is the nasty round. This is the nasty round.
It's a nasty time. But in which case, so
right. Superman.
It's okay. So each point is gonna be worth 1 point. I'm gonna tally them up over here as we go along. The person at the end that has the most right will face me next week, and we will announce the name of the game, the championship match, and what it's going to be on our page later this week. So
maybe we just get you in the ring on the 16th.
You're all right.
We have the access.
That's what I'm saying. We have the access.
We have the technology.
Yes, we have the resources.
All I gotta do is go after my bum leg, and I'm done. That's
yeah.
Why would the champ put himself in a situation like that? That's the champion's advantage.
Yeah.
You get to choose your poison. Because I'm
That
going to inject.
That will be mine.
I'll eat some toast. Okay. So, first round. It's pretty much when I run out of questions for it. So, all right. So, are we ready?
Yes.
All right. Remember, whoever wants to ring in can ring right in. If your buzzers don't work, that means you're hitting it wrong, and that's your fault. So,
Right.
So make sure you get a little sweet spot on there. Ring yours for a second. Ring it. And you have to wait until the sound is gone before you try and hit it again because it's not going to hit it.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, you can't be like.
Yeah, exactly. Mimi, I'm a coolie. Okay, so they're 0 piece. So first question: who was the first person to pin Jericho in AEW? I heard Kenny first.
John Moxley.
That's wrong. Chico, you have a opportunity to steal for double the points.
Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio Sky. That's 2 for Chico. All right.
Of course, it was a black man.
Yeah.
Reach for the sky. Let's see. How many times have Adam Cole been world champion for Ring of Honor? Chico. 2. That's wrong. Cornette.
Shit, I don't know. I'm gonna say 3.
3 is correct. He's the only 3-time Ring of Honor world champion.
All right.
All right. Who won the Brawl for All? Kenny Cornette.
Bart Gunn.
Bart Gunn is correct. That's for 1 point. What does JBL stand for? That is Cornette. I heard the ding.
John Bradshaw Layfield.
That's 1 for Kenny. Where was WrestleMania 21 held?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. It is Staples Center. That's 1 for Chico. Triple H became which number victim of Undertaker's streak after their first match? Chico.
After their first match. 17?
17. That is not correct.
18.
Okay, wait. So, I think we're missing the question, right? So, as in, what number victim was he in the streak after his first match? They had 2 matches at WrestleMania.
Number 9.
Number 9? Is that what you say?
Yeah.
What do you say?
No, that's not right. 20.
20. No, it can't be 20. Well, 20 was Punk, right? I think. What number victim? I'm just gonna scratch that question because it's very confusing. So we're just gonna go on to the next question here.
It wasn't 9 because he fought Triple H at 17 first.
17.
Yeah, they fought 3
He was
times.
number 9. And then because number 10 was Ric Flair.
When did the streak start? That was at 18, right? Yeah, because
Yeah.
we did the 10 thing. So 9 was correct, but I'm gonna just scratch that question.
Oh, you
Oh, you're ahead anyways.
I think it's still tied up.
Which company published the WWE SmackDown series of the game? The video game. That's Cornette.
THQ.
THQ is correct. All right. Whose finisher is the Gory Bomb? Cornette.
Gory Guerrero.
I can accept that. Gory or Chavo is what I was gonna say. So, from 1999 to 2004, prominently, which tag team offered bodyguard protection? Chico.
APA.
The APA. That's 1 for Chico. Which WrestleMania did Hulk Hogan famously body slam Andre the Giant? Chico.
WrestleMania 3.
Yes, WrestleMania 3. Thank you very much. All right. Let's see here. Okay, I did all of those. Where was WrestleMania 22 held? Kenny Cornette.
Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago. There we go. Where was WrestleMania 31 held? Chico Libre.
San Francisco.
San Francisco. That works. That works for me. All right. So, got some more. Who is CEO and president of AEW? Ooh, that was close. Okay, Batista and John Cena and Royal Rumble. What the hell?
Yeah, what do we do?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what we do. Let's pick a number between 1 and 5.
3.
Wow.
Damn it. 1 and 10.
7.
5.
It was 6. So, Chico.
Tony Khan.
Okay. All right. So, who was the first AEW World Champion? Chico.
Chris
Come
Jericho.
on.
Chris Jericho. What was the first pay-per-view under the AEW banner? Cornette.
Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing. What is the name of the weekly television show of AEW? The first one. Chico.
AEW Dynamite.
Dynamite. Okay. So, where is AEW headquarters located? That was Cornette.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville. That is correct. Who was the first AEW Women's Champion? Cornette.
Reha.
Reha. That is correct. Let's see here. We're going to play for the first round still a little bit of Name That Tag Team. All right, by a clue. All right, so no, not Name That Tag Team, not yet. That's going to be another round. We're going to name that wrestler by a clue.
Okay.
All right. So, son of Billy Gunn. Cornette.
Austin Gunn.
Austin Gunn. That is the one.
Technically, there's two.
I would have also accepted Colton.
I was gonna say Clayton. That's why I said that. So, I went with the one I know.
Oh Lord!
I didn't want to sound so sure of myself saying Clayton.
Let's see here. Let me see. The Murder Hawk Monster.
Lance Archer.
Lance Archer. Why did I write this so small? Jesus. Hangman's former tag champ. Chico.
Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega. All right. Let's see here. The enforcer of the Inner Circle. Number 1 through 10.
4.
6.
4. Cornette.
Jake Hager.
Jake Hager. Here we go. All right. And we are going to the chairman. No, not Cornette. Chico.
Sean Spears.
No, that's Spears, baby. The editor of Being the Elite. Chico.
Brandon Cutler.
Brandon Cutler. Matt King. Cornette.
Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston. The absolute member of Team Taz. Cornette.
Ricky Starks.
Stocks. And the last one, Spanish God.
Spanish Cornette as well.
Sammy Guevara.
This is my moment to shine. This is my time for flight. I've been crying this guy almost every night. All right, so we're gonna go on. As the score stands right now, it is Chico Libre with 12 points and Kenny Cornette with 16 points. All right, so the next the next one is going to be. It's going to be a short round because the last round is pretty long. Like Bob. No, stop. Let me not do that. Okay, so.
Buck nasty. You already know.
A buck. You already know. Rock solid world heavyweight champion. All right, so what we're gonna start off this round with is who run the Royal Rumble in a given year. So that's what the category is going to be.
Oh, Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Okay.
So, who won the Rumble in 2002?
Cornette.
The Game, Triple H.
Triple H. Who won the Royal Rumble in 2004? Cornette.
Chris Benoit.
Benoit.
Who won the Royal Rumble in 2006?
That's Cornette again.
Oh shit, I don't even know. Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. All right.
Got me, Eddie.
His shite title run. Who won the Royal Rumble in 2009?
Cornette.
Be careful with these.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
All right.
Oh, of course, the year I wasn't watching like that.
Who won the Royal Rumble in 2015? Chico.
Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns. That's it.
Acknowledge it.
I can't acknowledge that one because I didn't.
Who won the Royal Rumble in 2016? Chico Libre.
Nakamura?
That is incorrect. Kenny, you have a chance to steal for 2 points.
What's that? 2016. Give me a second.
Take all the time.
Triple H.
Triple H.
Oh, yeah.
That was the one versus
the
all.
World
one.
Heavyweight
For the
Championship.
title.
Yes,
Oh.
sir. That's double points.
That's shitty.
Who won the Royal Rumble in 2007? Kenny Cornette.
The Undertaker.
Who won the Royal Rumble in 2003? Cornette.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Racking them up. Who won the Royal Rumble in 2001? That was Chico.
That was me.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I heard that buzzer first.
His is louder than mine.
Okay.
Football in the groin.
Who won the Royal Rumble in 2008? Cornette.
John Cena.
John Cena.
Who won in 2010? Chico.
John Cena?
That is incorrect. Kenny with a chance to steal.
Randy Orton.
That is also incorrect. All right, so that
What was
is
the answer?
Edge
Oh yeah.
in 2010.
Oh yeah, because see, I was thinking on the WWE title.
2010 was a terrible year. I'm just
Yes.
gonna put it out there. All right.
Horrible.
So, who won the? We got 3 more of these. Who won the Royal Rumble in 2019?
Cornette.
These get a little more trickier. Luckily, there's no time limits on answers.
Right.
There should be.
2019, right?
Yes.
Rollins.
Seth Rollins. That is correct.
Who won the 2018?
Is that Nakamura?
That was Nakamura.
Yes.
That's what he slid out of the way like, nope. See you, Roman.
Finally.
And who won the Rumble last year? Cornette.
That's sad.
Oh my. This is
how disconnected we are from
Exactly.
from recent WWE.
Hold on. Give me a minute.
I can steal it if he doesn't know.
Right.
Well, if you had a time limit, you can intro
Wait a
it right
minute.
now.
Do I even know this?
Is it not for you?
I'm thinking. I'm trying to think. I don't even know. Oh man! Holy crap! You've heard
That's a fucking tough one.
I might have to look this one up myself.
Who the hell won last year?
I have no idea. I think Chico knows.
Can he pass if he doesn't know it?
Yes. Do you give up?
No. Hell no. I'm trying to figure out who was in the title match.
This is the way things are now.
And this is strictly off the dome.
Yeah. Right.
We're not using Google or anything.
None of that. I don't even have the answer here because I meant something else and I said last year. So.
Oh yeah, wait.
man.
Oh wait a minute. Last year, do you mean 2021 or 2020?
2021.
Okay.
Which I have no idea. Oh,
I wanna
know.
say Edge.
It's Edge. It's Edge.
Oh, good God.
Oh God.
Because I was thinking about the triple threat match with him, Daniel, and Roman. I was also thinking about Drew
And
McIntyre
right-
versus Bobby Lashley.
Right before you said it, I remembered. Like, okay.
You're like, yes, Edge.
Yeah, that was rated R Superstar. All right, 2020. Who won it?
2020,
Yes.
Drew McIntyre.
He didn't even buzz in. That works though. He
It's
buzzed
Drew
in before
McIntyre.
you though. Okay, so the second part of the second round. Name that stable, and it's not going to be buzzer. It's whoever says it first. All right. So, let's get cracking here. All right. Evil Uno, Stu Grayson.
Dark Order.
That's
Chico.
Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes,
Nightmare
Dustin
Family.
Rhodes,
Nightmare Family.
That's Cornette.
MJF, Wardlow, Dax
The Pinnacle.
Harwood,
It's Cornette.
Brandy Rose, Luther,
The
Mel,
Nightmare Collection.
Wow.
Nightmare Collective. Nightmare Collective.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I give you
know
that.
Yeah, absolutely. That was.
I would,
that
yeah, I
was
would,
Chico.
I would give that up.
Yeah. Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, Nick
The
Jackson.
Elite.
Yes, that's it.
Trent, Chuck Taylor,
The best
Best
friends.
friends.
Cassidy, not Wheeler Yuta.
He had to just throw that in there.
Fuck Wheeler Yuta. I'm just playing.
If we say it the both time, can we both get the point?
Yes.
Yes, I will do that. And
All right. QT Marshall, Anthony Ogogo.
The Factory.
He said it so reluctantly.
Yeah, like, I was like, eye rolling when just.
The Factory.
Alright,
Kenny's
here
like,
we go
I
again.
don't even want this
Yeah,
point.
I don't want no parts of that one. I don't want to touch that. Ew. No.
Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara.
Inner Circle.
I got it. Marco Stunt, Jungle Boy.
Jurassic
Luchasaurus.
Express.
got it.
And Phoenix, Pentagon, Pac.
Lucha Brothers.
No, that triangle.
Oh shit. Yeah.
There you go.
He
I was
said,
like, oh, wait a minute.
he said, fuck, I had to rewind it.
Right.
Powerhouse Hobbs, Hook, Ricky
D-Taz.
Starks.
There you go.
All right. right, and Butcher, Blade, Mark Quinn,
Hardy
Alex
Family
Jones.
Office. Yeah, all the ones I hate, I'm gonna say like that.
Yeah, you can have that one. I don't want to touch him at.
Oh, that's okay, because that's the end of that round.
Okay.
All right, so
At the end of the second round, it is Chico has 25 and Cornette
32. All right, that's all those double points we're giving away. All right, so I'm gonna take the Buck Nasty shades off this one because I done wrote mad small again. No stupid reason. So y'all get to see my beady little eyes. This one is going to be, I'm gonna name a few people. I'm gonna say their real name. You give me their wrestler name.
Ooh.
Buzzing or just saying it out loud?
We can just say it out loud. It kind of works better that way. All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
All right. Pamela Rose Martinez.
Bailey.
Ready?
That is Kitty Cornette.
Monty Sop.
Money Sock.
Monty Sop.
I don't fucking know.
Monty Kip Sop.
Kip
Sabian?
Sabian?
No.
Wait, yeah, that's gotta be his real name. Or at least someone
That's his real name.
Alright.
Jay Lethal?
No. It's Billy Gunn.
Oh.
What?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Ettore Ewin.
Big E.
Big E. That's it.
Let's see here.
Big E Thor.
Interesting.
Alexis Kaufman.
Alexa Bliss.
That is Chico.
Oh yeah, I got a whole damn list. Alan Jones.
AJ
Alan
Styles.
Angels?
AJ Styles.
Oh yeah, Asian.
You're joking.
Claudio Castagnoli.
Cesaro.
Cesaro.
Cesaro. That's Cornette.
Let's see here. That's too easy. Jonathan Good.
John Moxley.
John Moxley.
That's Moxley. That's Cornette.
Let's
Tom
see.
Mosley.
Adam Copeland.
Edge.
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 That's Fergal Devitt.
Prince
Prince
Devitt.
Devitt. Finn Balor.
Yeah. God, we both said his indie
That's
name.
one
I'm gonna give y'all both the points. 'Cause
Those are both out here. I don't know why they are. Natalie Coyle.
Natalia.
Nope.
Pass.
Yeah, I got that.
Eva Marie.
Oh wow.
Ew.
That's how much she matters.
She's right.
Married to Jonathan Coyle, remember?
Ah. Oh yeah. Eva Marie's a WWE slave name.
Yeah.
Right. Chris Irvin.
Chris Jericho.
that's Jericho.
Oh yeah. I already got any.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they said that.
I'm glad you said it.
Ashley Elizabeth Flair.
Okay.
At Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte. Look over there.
Let's see here. Next is going to be. I'm trying to give y'all ones y'all wouldn't know. Jonathan Fatu.
Rikishi.
Wrong.
Jay Uso.
No.
Jimmy Uso?
Jimmy.
Oh shit.
One of them goddamn twins.
James Ross.
Jim
Jim
Ross.
Ross.
Jim Ross is Cornette.
Let's see here. Celeste Bonin. Come on, Luann. You know what this is.
Why does that sound so familiar?
No. Caitlyn.
Caitlyn.
That's it.
Yeah, because why does that sound so familiar?
Let's see. Kevin Steen.
Kevin
Yeah.
Owens.
Kevin Owens.
Let's see here. Terry Bollea.
Hulk
Hulk
Hogan.
That
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I'll give you both the points for that. Let's see here. Catherine Joy Perry.
Lana.
Lana.
CJ.
CJ, that's what it stands for.
Lana.
Amy Dumas.
Lita.
Lita. Oh, lovely Lita.
Lita's
Yeah, that's right, Lita. Let's see here. Okay, we got a whole other list here. John Huber.
Luke Harper.
Brody Lee.
Brody Lee.
I'll give you both the points, but
Because, yeah, you said slave name, and you said his
Yeah.
name. So,
They both count.
I'm not going to distinguish. Soraya Bevis.
Paige.
Page.
it was.
Give it to Chico.
I'm trying to think of who heard it first.
Give it to
Yeah, that
Chico.
was Chico.
Benjamin Satterley.
Shelton Benjamin.
Nope.
Yeah, I got to pass.
Pass.
That is Pac.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow. I never got that one.
Let's see here.
I know it was either Adrian Neville or Pac.
Let's see. That one's way too easy.
What is it?
Stephanie Nicole Garcia Colas.
Brie Bella? Oh, Nikki Bella.
Nikki Bella. There we go.
Good God.
God!
Oh, my God. That's her full name?
Yeah, remember he said it in the ring, mad long, mad fast.
Right.
John Cena. Stephanie Nicole Garcia Carlos.
Oh, that's...
Would you?
When you get out there, can you say her whole name?
Maurice Mazzana.
Maurice.
See, I tried to line that up for y'all real good. Let's see. I'm gonna start giving you hard ones now. Randall Poffo.
Macho
Savage.
Man.
Yeah, I get that both. That's cool.
That's cool. Trinity Fatu.
Naomi.
God damn. That was Chico.
Ronnie Killings.
R-Truth.
Tons of truth killings.
Alright. Brian James.
I can get that point, but that's who
Road
was in
Dogg.
TNA.
No, you're right. I'm trying to figure out. Wait, what?
Don't
Whoa, what'd you say?
I said Road Dogg.
No, Chico. What'd he say?
No, I was saying, like, Robin True Killings, that's who he was in TNA.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I give it to you.
Yeah.
I give it to you.
Don't rob my man like that.
I didn't hear you.
You got a little bit more sense than that.
Rena Lesnar.
Sable.
That's it.
Mercedes Fernando.
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks. Rami Sebi.
Sami
Same
Zayn.
thing.
Yeah.
That was.
Oh, that's too easy. I'm not gonna do that. Stephen Farley.
I gotta pass.
What?
Sheamus.
Oh, good God.
That's how much he matters.
Colby Lopez.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Apparently. Stephanie Levesque.
Stephanie
McMahon.
McMahon.
That's both of y'all. I give it to you. Oh, damn.
Okay. Michael Hickenbottom.
Triple H.
Shawn Michaels,
Oh,
baby.
Oh,
You've been saying Paul Levesque all this time, and now you say Shawn. Now you say Triple H.
Well, Chico, that's not really my name, Oh, goodness gracious.
He was in the same circle. That's right.
Yeah, same. Tamara Cinch.
Sonny.
That was
Hold on. Dwayne Douglas Johnson.
The Rock.
The Rock.
His middle name is Douglas.
Douglas.
Very expensive, Douglas.
Hiya, Douglas.
See you later, Douglas.
Douglas. Oh no. Thaddeus Bullard Sr.
Titus O'Neil.
Thaddeus O'Neil. Let's see here.
I looked it up on Wikipedia one time.
David Harwood.
I should know that. Hold on.
Think about it.
Is he employed or unemployed?
Well, he's employed.
Oh.
Yeah, I got the pass.
What about you, Cornette?
Yeah, I passed him.
Dax Harwood.
Oh.
Oh,
Patricia Ann Stradigas.
Trish Stratus?
Trish Stratus. Matt Clement.
Matt Cross.
Nope.
Not Matt Hardy.
Nope.
Oh yeah,
I'm a pass.
too many Matts in WWE.
It's Tyler Breeze.
Oh, pff.
Oh wow.
You expect us to know that?
What's he doing?
I would have got that. 'Cause I saw that E60 documentary, and I remember the music playing in the background when he said his name, so I always remember it. Lisa Varon.
Victoria.
Darren Matthews.
Darren Young.
There you go.
No.
Oh shit.
I can see why you would think that, but it's
Oh, his name is Fred for real.
yeah. His name is Fred. Only got a couple more.
I'm gonna pass.
Pass
No.
on that.
You can keep going. I don't know.
Not wait. Darren Drozdoff?
No.
Alright, I got to pass then.
William Regal.
What?
Oh, what?
Yeah. I told you it could be hard. Austin Watson.
Austin Aries.
No.
Austin Theory.
No. Good guesses.
Watson. Yeah, that I got to pass.
Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods.
That's the one. Right there.
All right, a few more. Sean Waltman.
X-Pac. Sounds more like six pack.
That's for both of you. Matt Cardona.
Zack Ryder.
Oh,
That's his name now.
That's anyway. What are you doing?
But you still didn't say it.
Ah, you basically said the answer.
That was a trick question. Joe Anoa'i.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Acknowledge it.
Stu Bennett.
me like that. Wade Barrett.
Way Barrett. That's it.
And Thea Mega Trinidad.
Zelina Vega.
Zelina Vega.
That's it.
All right. And I'm gonna give y'all one more for opportunity at 3 points. All right. Because yeah, I'm gonna give you a real stomper one. Scott Carl Recksteiner.
Scott
Rex
Steiner.
Steiner.
That's it. Bam, bam, bam. All right. So,
Wait, what was the
Fine.
answer?
Huh?
What was the answer?
Scott Steiner.
Oh.
So,
Let's tally these up. Chico with a score of
42. And Kenny Cornette with a score of 67.
Right here, baby. Right here.
Libre has fallen to Kenny Cornette. And Kenny Cornette will challenge Buck Nasty, Marcus Johnson, rock solid World Heavyweight Champion in a match of my choosing that will be announced later this week. Keep your eyes on the Facebook page.
Well, I get to be moderator.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a beautiful
absolutely.
day to kick your ass.
Kenny Cornette has made his way to almost the top of the mountain, but he's not going to get there.
Thank you,
He's
sir.
not going to get there.
Good match.
Good sportsmanship.
Yeah, no haters over here. No haters over here.
What's a hater over here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, the main one down there.
Yeah.
Oops.
Hey,
Oops.
wait a minute. You might
Just
not
threw your
recognize
whole
me.
name out
Fuck to
there.
that ass.
You should recognize me now. You already know. But the next World Heavyweight Championship of Rock Solid Wrestling Talk podcast match will be Kenny Cornette taking on Buck Nasty Marcus Johnson for all the gold.
Yeah.
All the gold.
Will this be title unification?
Ah! Until then,
That's mine too. I'm gonna have one here and over here.
don't listen to him. I'm not gonna. No. When
And make sure you watch it too.
the champ has no memory.
Make
of
sure
that.
your peoples is there to see the game.
Right.
I mean, because you ain't gotta let your peoples know. From Buck Nasty's point of view, y'all already saw the game. I'm gonna stay champion. That's how it goes. That's how it goes around here. This thing is most comfortable on my broad shoulders.
And
Thank
you know
very
what?
much.
That's what he thinks.
Shut up! I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna retain. And I'll be the first one to make history too. To be the first retaining champion as well. So how about that? Until then, y'all, join us next week. We'll be right back here, same time, same place. That's Chico Libre. That's Kenny Cornette. This is Rock Solid World Heavyweight Champion Buck Nasty, and we out.
This is the actual World Heavyweight Champion.